Welcome to the preview exercises for lesson 1, college algebra. So for each of these statements, we want to state whether they're true or false, and if they're false, see if we can try to fix them to make them true. So x cubed times x to the 4th equals x to the 12th, true or false? Well, the rule for when you are multiplying like bases, so we have x and x, the same base. When you're multiplying like bases, you add the exponents. So this is false. Okay. And the answer should be x to the 7th. And I'm just going to remind you why this rule is. So remember that exponents mean repeated multiplication. So x cubed means x times x times x. And then we're going to multiply that by x to the 4th. And that means x times x times x times x. So this is my x cubed. This is my x to the 4th. And when I multiply all these x's together, this is all multiplication, so I can represent this with an exponent. I am multiplying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 x's together. So that is x to the 7th. Okay, so this next one, y to the 13th over y to the negative 2 equals y to the 15th. We have to deal with the negative exponent to figure out if this is true. So remember, a negative exponent is like a crying baby, right? Nobody likes a negative exponent, just like nobody likes to hear a crying baby. So typically when babies cry, they need to be either picked up and snuggled or put down for a nap because they're tired, right? So this baby is already down in their crib, they're in the denominator, and they maybe just woke up from their nap and they're crying. So they need to be picked up and snuggled. So we're going to move this crying baby up to the numerator, and they'll magically be happy, and the exponent becomes positive. So this is going to become y to the 13th times y to the positive 2. So instead of dividing, we move it up, it becomes multiplication, and the exponent becomes positive. And then I can use the rule that we just reviewed up here, multiplying like bases, add the exponents, so we get y to the 15th. So this one is true. And then x cubed times x squared. It looks like they're thinking that we would add the 3 and the 2 to get x to the 5th. But let's just make sure, we're just going to use the definition of exponent again as repeated multiplication. So x cubed squared, that means I'm going to take x cubed and multiply by itself twice. So the x cubed squared, that means x cubed times x cubed. And then I can use that same rule again, multiplying like bases. You add the exponents. 3 plus 3 is 6, so this is x to the 6th. So this one is false.